Give you. Oh, I know what I give you. Because there is actually a new weapon for a Dragoon just in the room to the right of here. It's kind of rare that it's even all that useful or valuable, but it is in this case. Because we have a fantastic weapon named the... I don't remember. Partisan, there we go. And the Partisan is really good damage, and of course it's a spear, so we can actually use it for jumping. So it's even better. So a Dragoon will actually deal significant damage now at this point. We could have fought this battle just softening them, but oh well. Here's a pinwheel. A pinwheel is a throwing weapon for the ninja. They actually deal a lot of damage. Also, opening this chest gives you an additional encounter or a mini-boss, so to speak, in Gilgamesh. Pinwheel is really strong, like it does, I don't know, 3,000, 4,000, 5,000 damage, or even more. Based on your agility, I believe. It's a lot of damage. And aside from that, I think we can just burst on the next Gilgamesh here without too much trouble. Going for fire. Sure, why not? Gale is really good. We actually... I just realized we got two crazy weapons for Dragoon and Hunter in this dungeon. Only Ferris damage is kind of lagging behind a little bit. Not even much, but it just lags behind a little. Well, maybe much. But she's useful in other cases where she can just release an animal. Welcome to the chat, now I can see you guys. The last message I had was from 12:05 from Alucard. You're good, eating some tacos. So actually I was disconnected from chat without the chat telling me. Sorry about that, I didn't realize that. No, well, not this time, Lethlin. That's definitely a fair thing to assess usually, but not this time. Can you blind this guy? I hope so. You just jump. Yeah, it literally just tells me, welcome to the chat room, right above Kishura's message. My stream has been going up and down. Oh. I was just talking the entire time without realizing that. Sorry about that. Yeah, it just reconnected to OBS. We had two picnics. Uh-oh. Either way, welcome ladies and gentlemen. There was not too much trouble aside from a bit of a peril. Did you guys miss Kara bringing us to safety, actually? Sorry about that, I really didn't realize. Chat didn't tell me either, because you couldn't. I don't necessarily mean you specifically, chat people. I mean, the Twitch chat didn't tell me that I was disconnected. You missed the peril? Basically, everybody died because we were at 1 HP, except for Kara, who had a little bit more HP. Also, by the way, you can't aim if you're blinded. Surprise. Actually, it's a nice little touch. But either way, yeah. I should have used an eye drop. Kara basically was barely out of an encounter, a back attack from yellow dragons that, because Kara had the helmet that allows her to cut lightning damage in half, she survived, barely. And there was that. I think it was just Twitch. I don't know, usually I either disconnect from Twitch chat or from the other thing, but not both, so... It might have been very well on my end, honestly. I don't know. So I don't think I can blind this guy, so I should switch back to the Gale Ball. Also you can see Kara's damage, thanks to the Partisan we just picked up. Kara got a really strong weapon in this dungeon, and also Butts got a really strong weapon in this dungeon. So both of them are now significantly more powerful than before, which is really nice. Although Black Mage just still destroys stuff. Sonic Wave halves the level. well. Now he deals less damage. A lot less damage. About the same damage, just because... Yeah. Oh, he does not like moth at all. And yes, Black Mage magic power influences how much Nightingale heals, so that's really amazing. Yeah, Jagabotin is connected too, so it was my connection. Oh, actually, no. I can see the entire... Up again. Oh, I see. The chat did actually end up reconnecting earlier on the Jagabots, and so I was down definitely for a little bit of connection there. That was on my end. Again? Wait, stream died? Really? Just now? Okay, now it actually doesn't tell me about any connection issues, not even in OBS. Yes, that's why the bot said that. Not the bees! I'm not dead, I just stopped in the middle of the sentence. Oh, yeah, that's what I do way too often. The entire connection was down, that's what I meant to say. For a second I thought the music stopped too, no. Exxon. Wow. We get the Excalibur, which is not the Excalibur. Which, by the way, this weapon can be equipped by anyone who can use regular swords, not just knight swords, which is a bit of a tease, because later on you will encounter the Excalibur, which can only be used by knights. Pretty mean. I'm sorry. Yeah, I stop in the middle of sentences frequently-ish. Either way, up to one of the tougher bosses of the game, X-Def. So my goal is to push him preferably below 8,000 damage and then release what Ferris has in store for him. Thanks to our higher levels than what I usually have, we should have a decent survivability rate against his attack. And thanks to both the Ranger and the Dragoon gaining attacks, or really good weapons, we should also deal decent damage here. Let's see, how much does aim do and jump? I should have probably gotten black magic on Kara instead, in hindsight. Same with you, because control doesn't do anything here. Don't use animals, that's the wrong one. Nightingale. Let me actually see whether this guy is susceptible to anything in particular. Dynamo? Right, we want to put everybody back in the back row. Thank you very much, I don't want to be front row. Almost 1,000 damage, pretty good, I dare to say. Gravity 100, he cast that just before he has a chance to use Quake. Alright, let's see, just aim. Yeah, we hope for exploit in this case. You don't have anything to do aside from attacking. This spell we have no buffs anyway, so it's fine. Fire 3 as strong as ever. Nice. So Ferris is pretty much going to be the potion bot here. Oh, nice X-White. About 2000 damage too. XF1. The only thing he is susceptible to is slow. We don't have any way to inflict slow. Ouch. Okay. High potion for yourself. And we hope for Nightingale from Lena. I should have really at least equipped animal on everybody. Nice. Thank you. Basically full heal now. It's amazing. So my Black Mage is the most valuable asset that we have right now. Ooh, very good. For damage and healing. Slow lasts forever until you cancel it actually. So there's that. So yes, it lasts very long on him. Okay. Lena's going to die soon because the timer ticks down, and that's what Doom basically means. But she gets one more fire spell in here. No, he does not have haste. If he had haste, you could not actually slow him, I don't think. Probably. He's a high potion on Lena. Zombie breath. Ow. Wow, 700 damage on Ferris. That's just mean. Did I actually buy... I did, Revivify they are called. That's just mean. Where is it? There, on the top, kinda. Nice. Lena, a really reliable healer here. By the way, Nightingale's just a chance to appear rather than the most common, so it's pretty fascinating that this happens reliably-ish. So, throw more high potions around. Have Lena pretty much try to... Ooh, burst. That's why we don't want to be level 30. Level 3 flare would have pretty much wiped out our party. Nice block. Ooh, he is now in the next phase. Which means he is below half HP at this point. High potion. Jump. It's actually kind of bad that we jump with our Dragoon, because Dragoon is the most survivable, but she just doesn't have much of an option to deal damage from the back line otherwise. Ouch. Ow. Well, first of all, we revive Ferris. And I think my main priority is still attacking with her. Okay. I should be really close to the threshold where I can just straight up destroy him with thing. Nice block. That's the Aegis shield right there. I think we use an elixir on Lena, trying to keep her alive. And you release the flame. 25% of his maximum health and damage. Oh, he's dead. Ha! You actually dealt more damage than I anticipated. And that's the power. If you had, let's say, 4 catch and release, you could actually just release, and he would be straight up dead. If you want to grind for that, but I was too lazy. RPG here. Ooh. Take care, Keshura. Thank you for dropping by and have a pleasant day. Probably already gone. Zombie is so brutal in this game, it is. In Final Fantasy IV, that would have spent the elixir without getting the effects here. Does that game do this game do that too? It actually does grow. I'm pretty sure it does. We had 5 elixirs before this. I can check real quick. But it's something actually I just earlier saw with a Phoenix down using it on an enemy. And I had 2 Phoenix downs and suddenly had none anymore, despite the enemy dying to the first Phoenix down that I threw. I just queued 2 because I figured that would be faster. Let's see, we had 5 elixirs. How many do we have now? 4. Yes, it uses it up. Oh. Okay. We unequip you. And... no, that's fine. GBA is the same. Interesting. We do get a full heal. I was wondering whether I would have that character here potentially, but you get healed in this cutscene. That's kind of nice. So, of the legendary weapons, which ones do we want to have? The spear is kind of obvious one because we have a dragoon with a holy lance. It's really good actually. And holy element too, which is actually detrimental against the Shinryu because he absorbs holy, but aside from that, it's really good. Then, what else do we have? Also, I think we can blind the next enemy, so I'm just going to do that first of all. What does the void thing mean? Void is essentially when you go for a forbidden run, if you have the forbidden run queued up. And what it does to you is something in the void. You just need to tweet void at it in order to unlock whatever that might be. Ah, he just spoiled it entirely. Maybe he wanted to have it blind. You had the fire rip. Yes, of course, absolutely want that. The fire rip is really good. So fire rip, we have a dragoon. We also have a hunter, so we actually have 3 characters already that would like to have some stuff. So I most likely will just get those 3. I could also go for a black mage thing, which increases all elemental damage, which was also really good. Might as well. No reason not to. Oh, fair enough, Lord Hayati. I would like to point out that Chocobo travel is way quicker on the SNES than GBA. At least it feels like it. I'm not entirely sure that's true. Okay, we save before we go anywhere else, because this thing can be quite a mean one if it decides to half our level right away. So, upcoming, we fight against an Anteater. He only has 8000 HP, so not particularly much. But this thing can half your level. It's pretty quick, and it can also slow you. It can basically infect you with various nasty status effects. And I'd rather not have that happen, preferably. In fact, maybe my best bet is to just straight up kill it rather than blinding it first. And even though I'm pretty sure it is susceptible to blind, it is also susceptible to sleep, so you can just put it to sleep if you'd like to. Well, okay, I'm going to blind right away, I guess. You just jump. So yeah, halving level means you deal less than half the damage, usually. So the remainder we hope for some... Can you insta-kill him? Now I'm curious. Let's see... Your name is Antlion. He is immune to insta-death, so nope, he can blind him though. And sleep him, and ult him, and mute him, and berserk him. But no insta-kill, so we just try to deal damage. I mean, it's 1000 damage, I take it. Only 7000 left, a bit less actually. Well, only 6000 left. Don't do that, oh my goodness. Well, that's just mean. Yochi's boy crit special effect doesn't work with X-Fight. It doesn't? I'm pretty sure it does. I'm reasonably certain it does. Stomach exit. We are about halfway through his HP right now. Stop! What's actually... Oh no, you don't have the higher level thing. Oh my goodness. This is the worst pattern that he can give you, pretty much. We are level 4. Probably. Well, that's level 2 now. Pretty sure that's level 2. Oh, that's why Antlion can be a real menace. He's not dangerous usually, but he can't just stop you for such a long time. You know what? I might be better off just trying like fire 2 or so. Even though my stats are significantly reduced and stuff. Yeah, it's about the same as X-Fight, I guess. I'm glad you didn't hit Kara this time. I appreciate that. Which is actually the only reason why I want to keep Butts alive, so Discord doesn't hit Kara. Welcome back. You're sensing a distinct lack of Beraga. I guess Beraga would have been pretty good over here. Hey, I can put him to sleep. I completely forgot you have black magic sleep. I feel like some people that watch the VOD or stuff are probably yelling at me at this point because I'm not using sleep. Oops. I completely forgot about that. Obviously jump actually puts him out of sleep, but I can't just sleep him again. I'll try to anyways. Yeah, I'm level 1 now, I get it. Also the chance of me hitting sleep is significantly reduced because he... Oh. Well, it's level based, whether or how your chance is. Gamers don't use sleep. Yeah, maybe sometimes they do. Okay. I forgot about that. That's kind of silly that I forget about that. It can escape. That's what it normally does, unless you crowd control it to the point where it can't escape anymore. It's the same effect as if you kill it though. It's not. There's no difference, I don't think. Or is there? Maybe you get money if you kill it rather than it sleeping. He's still level 2? I don't think he is. At least I assume he isn't. Maybe you can clip it and see whether it actually is still level 2 over there. That would be interesting. You got Dragoon, Berserker, Beastmaster for your Chaos Risk run. Any tips? Basically, with the correct... If you just look up a list of what the catch and release enemy or minions do, you do have a lot of variation on a lot of things you can do. You will probably have to level quite a bit with 2 Berserkers in order to push through certain things. And I highly recommend you get 2 Death Sickles in World 1. From the Crescent Island enemies, they drop Death Sickles, which they are really useful overall. One thing that is for you is a distinct lack of area of effect damage. So your best bet of leveling at some point would probably be in World 2, just zombie the 2 Berserkers. And I mean literally zombie them, just give them daggers. Give them a really weak weapon, give control to both of the guys that you can control, and then just go ahead and control the shield dragons in the Seal Temple in order to kill themselves. And that's a reasonably simple way to level up. Anything else? You want full clear. If you want to full clear with that team, you will probably have to level really high up for Omega at least. You can solo the Shinryu if you use a Thief Knife to steal a rare steel from the Dragon Star in the Void. If you use a Thief Knife for a Dragons in the Void, they have a rare steel of a Dragoon Lance or Dragon Lance, which does critical damage to dragons, and you will very easily be able to deal 9999 damage to Shinryu. And you can just have the Dragoon with haste boots jump repeatedly until Shinryu is dead. It requires a bit of luck, but it's definitely doable. You can also have the other characters with coral rings and maybe Aegis shields and stuff. But Shinryu is definitely doable, even with a solo Dragoon. It just takes a bit of luck though. A Doomsicle, something not to buy from an ice cream truck. Yeah, that sounds about right. I didn't even pay attention. Is Moss level actually level 2? You already quad circuited your way up to Earth Crystal? Oh god, you had to deal with Sandworm. Which version are you playing on? On what level are you already? Because if you play the Super Nintendo version... Oh, post-PC, I see, never mind then. There's a trick to underflow your HP in the Super Nintendo your magic stat in the Super Nintendo version and deal a tremendous amount of damage with Earthshaker Gaia Hammer. Sandworm wasn't that bad, yeah. Sandworm isn't too bad because in the PC version your Berserker always attacked the first target rather than a random one. So that makes it a lot more reasonable. But still very luck-based. SNES, yes. In the SNES version, the Sandworm actually has a total of 5 bad targets rather than the 2 that you see. So it's actually a 1 in 6 chance for your Berserkers to hit the Sandworm rather than the wrong target. Liquid Flame was worse. Liquid Flame, yeah, I can imagine. It's just good luck, I guess. Make sure to use daggers for Liquid Flame if you ever quad circle it, because daggers have a way better chance to hit. Oh, I just realized I don't really have a way of taking advantage of the chicken knife, do I? Well, I guess Chomp, technically. But aim will actually proc the flea effect still. Yeah, X-Fight is pretty good for the chicken knife, but I don't have that yet. But it's definitely going to be the goal. Yes, we can still use the chicken knife in boss battles. I don't really plan on fighting many random encounters anyways, so it will be fine. So you did some research to start? Nice. Makes sense to me. So yeah, I think I just keep Butts until he learns X-Fight as a hunter then. Turn him probably into a Dragoon in the end. I'm not sure. Which means I will probably have to do some ability point grinding. There's a cutscene here, but I can avoid it by just going one tile, so... Actually, I think I would want a black mage around here. So you're going to be black mage for now. With animals, of course. Elf cape, gold pin, and a fire rod. Yep, sounds about right. Yeah, I don't know. I'll probably give the thing to Ferris, because Ferris does not have a proper weapon right now. You thought AIM overrode it? No, AIM does not override it. X-Fight does, however. The stats make up for it being a knife though, right? Actually, knives are really good, stat-wise, generally speaking. But absolutely, yes. Like, knives advantages, almost everybody can equip them, which is a huge bonus. And then there, at least on the SNES and GBA version, there's an additional bonus of you get randomly, let's put it that way, unless you want to do some research into that, you get an additional boost in damage on top of that with knives specifically, or agility-based weapons. I think whips work too, for that matter. Who's the closest to rapid fire? Probably But. Actually, Farius was rather close too, but I kind of... I should have realized that earlier, and I didn't. I wonder, does rapid fire probably not proc the... Let's say I could use rapid fire on a mediator with the fire build. Does anyone know whether it has 4 chances to actually proc the fire 3 attack? Either way, chicken knife is at 78 attack. It will get stronger and stronger the more we run away from combat, so that's kinda neat. And yes, chicken knife on top of that factors in both agility and also strength for attack multipliers, which is why it's such a good weapon too for thief, even if they don't have additional classes that give them strength values. So anything that has both high strength and agility is really good with this. Which, by the way, makes the hunter a prime target for that in terms of just raw power. And with the chicken knife, essentially, if you just have anything that gives +3 agility, it's just as good as +3 strength. Generally speaking. It's not entirely true, but it all depends on breakpoints anyways. So, we have a few more high potions again. Let's go. Minucci? I don't know what that is, but thank you, Thalphon. It means X-Fight doesn't rock it, which I figured, but was worth asking for. Also, let's see, rather than... Oh, you already have Black Magic equipped, never mind then, that's good. Because you can put those guys to sleep. You can actually put those guys into a lot of different status effects. So, just going to sleep them. Okay, the front guy is asleep, so we attack the back guy. Can't run. 25% of the time with the chicken knife you try to flee rather than to attack. That's just the nature of the beast. No, don't wake it up with X-Fight, that's bad. You know what, might as well hit it then. And just AoE them down, I guess. Oh, they have a bit more HP than I anticipated. Didn't hit. A think multi-target status effect is actually a bad idea. Alright, we should however get it here. Essentially the gargoyles revive one another if it's their turn, but if we kill them before it's their turn, they don't revive each other again. So it's convenient. Basically, this is X-Fight. The Hayari bow, or the Gale bow as it is called in this version, has a special ability that 25% of the time, like 1 in 4 attacks, will be a X-Fight, as if I used X-Fight with the Hunter, rather than its usual thing. It's a side effect of the weapon, yes. It's pretty useful. And that confirms aim still triggers on random side effects, yes. Chick knife is one of those random side effects too. This thing is actually weak to fire. Also, aim takes a little bit of wind-up time until it finally gets going, but oh well. You cannot flee from those Aspis encounters, otherwise I would try. Yes, that's true, Carissa. That is absolutely accurate. So, I don't know what's in those chests. I know most of them contain useless black matter, which you cannot even sell for particularly much money, so I'm actually going to go ahead and just open up the map to see which chests may or may not be worth opening. Let's see. Final Fantasy 5. And we go for the pyramid. There we go. Alrighty, let's see. First thread of 3 chests is a flame shield, dark matter, and the white robe. So we actually do kind of want the white robe and the flame shield. The reason why I want to look it up beforehand is because all of those chests are guarded by pretty strong enemies. Like, those things are no joke. Can you actually... hang on. What are they called anyways? Cursed ones. Can you actually do something interesting to them in terms of status effects? I don't even know that. Probably not, because they are undead and immune to undead stuff. Cursed one. Cursed one. They are immune to stone, poison, and aging. So you can actually put them to sleep. They have almost 2000 HP. They are also undead. It's almost there actually. Just a little bit more would be required. Ouch. Ouch. So much damage. So yeah, my best bet is to just try and put them to sleep here. One of them is asleep. Obviously right now I don't need that anymore, but oh well. And we get a flame shield out of this one. Nice. Flame shield, we don't have one yet. Absorbs fire. We only have one shield user, so the usage for it is questionable. Oh, you're not what I expected to find. Okay, what is this? Archaeosaur. Archaeosaur, there we go. So this guy has 10,000 HP, he is immune to Stone, Toad, Mini, Poison, Sleep, Paralyze, Charm, Berserk, Mute, Image, and Stop. So... you can't technically insta-death him, but he's undead, so whatever. He's weak to Fire and Earth. I tried to control him here, I think. Oh. My Amarek decided to give up. Too many more great months. Rizu, thank you. Thank you so much, Rizu, for subscribing for a lengthy time already. In succession. 13 ROMs, more than a year. Welcome back, Rizu. And well, I'm glad you enjoy your stay. Thank you so much. Level 3 Flare, Poison Breath, and Hurricane. Interesting. He's not has not a level divisible by 3. And I'm pretty sure he's heavy, so you can also not really Hurricane himself. So what I want to do here is just get Nightingale so we don't have to waste any more healing potions and then we kill him with fire. Uh-oh. Not what I had in mind at all. Uh-oh. I actually don't want to attack with Ferris because we might flee by accident. So I try to control instead. I don't want to use animals right now, I actually want to kill it. Oh goodness. Okay, it's under control again. There we go, heal. So our little black mage is just our best weapon so far anyways. Fire 2 should be sufficient. And we get a white suit. White suit is just overall way better. More vitality, more magic power, more defense. Essentially this is the defensive version of black and white mage equipment. And then we hope we don't run into those guys. I'm actually going to go ahead and drop an ether on our black mage here, just in case we get into those encounters, which looks very likely. They kind of close in rather quickly on us. I try to avoid them because you technically can, but good luck. Missile, 75% of your current health in damage. Oh wait, you can control them, can't you? I should equip the Hypno Crown on Ferris. These are weak to lightning, so I equip the lightning rod. If I find it anyways. There, thunder rod it's called, rather than lightning rod. Bolt 3. And good night. Was apparently sufficient. Okay, we got that one. There's a black suit on the other side there. Ouch. It's not even that much damage, surprisingly. Let's actually see what he has for control effects. Do you have... Oh, this is going to be interesting. So he has question mark, question mark, question mark as a control effect. What that does is it deals damage based on how much HP he has lost so far. I think anyways. And yes, Gaia Gear does boost Earth Element, usually, but I guess not. It doesn't stack anyways. But yeah. Now he has 2000 HP lost. Now he has almost 4000. You can see where this is going. Basically, this thing kills itself rather quickly eventually. So, I'm going to equip the Hypno Crown on Ferris before I forget about it again. Or the Coronet it's called in this version. Because this allows me to control enemies. Snake! More easily, is what I meant to say. You just defend. Oh, catching doesn't work. Can't capture this monster, interesting. I don't even bother switching to the fire rod, this should kill it anyways. Oh, or not. Oh, it does, never mind. I thought it wouldn't, for a second. Yes, question mark, question mark, question mark, question mark is a special type of attack. It's blue magic. Monster in a box. Preemptive attack. Hey, that's convenient. I'll wait a little bit until he actually attacks, so control doesn't get interrupted. And then I guess we do switch to the fire rod eventually here anyways. Fire. Some attacks are physical plus side effect, yes. Some of them are indeed. Like aim, is the side effect is that you always hit. Black suit is the more offensive variant. It has more magic power, but less defense overall as in vitality. And I'm all for more magic power. Just going to use ball to speed up the process of the question mark attack killing itself a little bit. You can't dual cast blue magic. Yeah, but you also cannot silence blue magic, so I guess that's mostly negative, because there's so many enemies that use blue magic that you would like to silence, and they are silenceable, but you can't silence blue magic. I think he's missing. Okay, we are through here. Now we need the fire rod, we already have it equipped. We need to heal up to full, because here we have 3 mummies and they are really strong. Kinda. We just need to be clever up well, taking them out. The thing about mummies is they're really fast, but more importantly... Can I actually put them to sleep? I don't even know. Doesn't look like it. More importantly, if there's only 1 mummy left, it will start casting Danse Macabre, which turns one of your characters into a zombie. And that is very unpleasant, because there's nothing you can do about it. So the entire idea right now is that fairies right now... Oh. Convenient. Fairies right now... controls one of those guys, so he doesn't do that for me. And apparently he heals me in exchange. Thank you very much, question mark. And I believe Cure 3... He doesn't have an MP. Cure 3 actually, instead of dealing a ton of damage on single target, a Cure 3 on single target is a full heal, no matter how much HP you have. And vice versa, on enemies, if you single target it on undead enemies, it's a similar situation, where you Cure 3 enemies, and they basically are weakened. But if they are immune to getting weak, like under 10 HP that is, if they are immune to that, you can't do that, and if there's no multiple targets, you can't use Cure 3 to damage them. It's kind of awkward. Snowball, thank you. Hey Snowball, welcome back, and well, I'm glad you enjoy your stay. Thank you so much for subscribing with Twitch Prime. How are you doing? How's it going? 21, 22, 23. Elixir, Crown of Thorns, Elixir, don't need any of those. Then we have 12, 13 are the next ones. We have Dark Matter and the Crystal Mail. Crystal Mail would be interesting actually, so I'm going to grab that. And just money over here, if I'm not mistaken. 18 and 19 are dark matter black clothes. I don't need those. Actually, could you be useful? So I want to grab the black clothes from the chest number 19. I'm just scouting, basically. 8, 9, 10, 11. 8 is an elixir. I probably want to grab that too. Alrighty, let's go. We now have fresh MP on Lena. Wait, Kara. It's not Lena. Greens to you. Zantak, 2 more lore percent. Sekhmet, let's actually take him out. I think you can control him even. I like doing lore percent, but it's also very exhausting, so I don't do it all that often currently. Thank you, I appreciate your kind words. Specialty? I don't know what specialty does. I think it's a regular hit plus something else. But either way, he is dead. And he doesn't even give much aside from ability points. But I guess he gets a ton of ability points. Oh, right. Oh, swing is the specialty, it also blinds him. Speaking of blinding, I'm going to blind you. Oh, that's just a mean thing to attack me from the back, even though I already defeated you. He swings at himself. I don't know whether he is blinded or not. Probably not. But the trick is, I don't want to kill him while he is under my control, actually. So I want him to attack himself, knock him out of it, and then use black magic, probably. Right. So I want to use black magic as soon as the aim hits. Then take him out, because otherwise he will keep coming back. Even if you defeat me, my brother at the tower. Goodbye. Basically, this is kind of a mini-boss encounter. Fun fact, you can steal something interesting from him. Although, curious enough, you should already have that on your thief. Since World 1. Before the second crystal. Before the third one, excuse me. So there's a crystal mail in this box. I would like to get it. Oh. Oh, those are dangerous. Let's see, we have 11 softs. So, those are statues. They are, well, susceptible to instant death by using basically the equivalent of stone to flesh. And statues are not really flesh normally, so they just straight up die. Or are out of commission, I guess? I'm not sure how to put that. Either way, the dangerous thing about statues is that their second turn, I don't know what they do anymore, but they do something really bad in their second turn. So you want to take them out in one turn, or before they can get to their second turn, that way around. So that's what we're doing. If you just have a bunch of softs, that makes it really easy. And yes, actually, I do have plans of Secret of Mana. It's just Forge Up Fiesta and all those other things keep coming in the way. I absolutely want to do some more Secret of Mana, getting the record back. Moth get equip bows. Hey, that's kinda neat. So now you're going for X-Fight. Ooh, that takes a long time right there. Oh well. Hey Agrocray, thank you so much for half a year of support already. Nice, thank you. That's really nice of you. Welcome back, and I'm glad you enjoy your stay, and I'm glad you enjoyed the run at RPG Limit Break. Thank you. And it feels like I'm going to get sick sometime soon-ish. I don't really have any way to confirm or deny that right now, but it feels like it. So I hope it's not going to be too bad or over before it starts, really. Monster in a box. Let's see. Right. I do remember those being pretty ugly to deal with. Let's see, can you put them to sleep? If you can, we missed. Fire them. Fire does good damage. Oh wait, I think those guys have an attack that deals damage based on how much HP they have lost, so... this could be pretty bad. I don't know how much HP they have. More than that. Thank you for not attacking fairies, I appreciate that too. Just aim at one. Control the other one. They have a lot of physical defense, holy cow. No magic defense though, really. We deal pretty much full damage. Okay. 3 of that did the trick. And we get a Kaiser Knuckle from them. I assume that's a rare drop. Kaiser Knuckle is actually an accessory that increases barehanded attack power and also power in general by a tremendous amount. As you can see, power thing gives us +3 strength and a bunch of defense, but the Kaiser Knuckle are even better for that. Also, we got a armor here. The Dark Mail, which... it doesn't give us strength, actually it gives us 1 strength, but agility and defense, and magic defense, so that's kind of the reason why I wanted to pick that up. And hey Elysium, the Fiesta is quite fine, how are you doing? You got Black Mage as your first job? Nice. It's going to be a breeze to get through the first section, I dare to say. Have fun with that. Black Mage is just a powerhouse overall. I don't think it ever is particularly bad. The worst it kind of gets is... wow, that's so much damage from a Black Mage. The worst the Black Mage gets is kind of... just at Atmos, because you don't quite have the level 3 spells yet, but the enemies are really strong, plus really strong against spells, so that's kind of the low point, but right after you're just soaring through the encounters thanks to Black Mages again. Stock up on rots? Well, that works too. The chests on the left contain dark matter. Dark matter are a mixing ingredient for alchemists, or also protected by enemies, so... I don't feel like doing this. Too long last night? Oh, but hope that doesn't have any consequences. I always get confused about this screen, by the way, where I thought, oh, I'm just going to walk up to that chest up there. Nope. You're not walking up to the chest up there. I don't know whether any of my other classes can actually equip golden hairpins. Nope. Nope. Okay, so we can sell the second golden hairpin. They are pretty expensive. Once again, the other chest contains a dark matter. It sells for 5 gold, I think. Or 1? Actually, might be 1. Either way, in this chest, just up here, actually there is one of my favorite items, a guard ring. What a guard ring does, it does what it suggests. It gives you defense, a bunch of vitality, which means higher HP values, a good chunk of defense and magic defense, and it also casts regen on you in combat. So it's really, really nice. I really like the guard ring. Unfortunately, it's not all that useful. for us for the most part anyways. Well, it might be useful at some point if I want to, let's say, have just a black mage be defensive, which that actually sounds like a good idea. Give the black mage some more physical and magical defense rather than the chance to dodge an attack, so it's more consistent. There's 2 chests here. This one just contains gold. One just south of here, in the dark as well, contains a cabin. I don't really bother to go for the cabin. This chest here contains a hammer, a weapon for berserkers. You probably want to pick that up if you have berserkers, by the way. Like, it's really, really nice. Well, let's try to put them to sleep. Oh, 2 asleep. Nice. Go back roll. Black magic, fire 3. And it looks like we are quick enough. So I'm just picking it up to sell, really. This is the Gaia hammer, which, by the way, in World 1 against Titan, that's his rare steal. But it's, well, you would need to try for quite a long time or get ridiculously lucky to get the Gaia hammer. Fun fact, when I did my routing for the run for the 4-shot Fiesta opening race, I got the Gaia hammer first try. Kinda mean. So one of those chests contains an ice shield. Oh. Elixir. I guess that's not an ice shield. Whatever. Those things are actually really difficult to run away from. So I'm trying to use the chicken knife as my runaway tool, so to speak. Come forth, evil one! And it summoned an Adama golem. Let me go! You know what, at this point we might as well kill it. Or try to anyways. Maybe we run away with the chicken knife with the next attack. We'll see. Fire. Brings to you random views. Any ideas on how to deal with Soul Cannon with just Berserker and Geomancer? Keep wiping there at wiping level 28. How many Berserkers do you need to have? Because actually one of the downsides of being higher level is that it is much more difficult to heal. You will probably farm like 6 elixirs total. Actually, let's go for 7 for that encounter specifically. So my goal, or my idea is, if you, let's say, have a bunch of Berserkers. Hey Dark JDL, thank you for the host, and really appreciate that. By the way, if you'd like to try a randomizer of Final Fantasy V, Dark JDL has created one for the Game Boy Advance. How are you doing, sir? Welcome. Just one. Alright. So, you may be too high level to do this reliably or reasonably. But Geomancer against Soul Cannon is actually a huge problem, as you may have noticed, because, well, their physical attack is rather weak, and trying to survive the rocket launch is a problem. If you don't already have it, get plumed hats for everybody. I don't know whether Berserker can equip them, but they give you the best amount of magic defense. Which means that the rockets, aging and half HP hit can miss more frequently. Then you definitely want to focus fire on the rockets with your Geomancers. Just finished your 2nd Fiesta already? Holy cow. Geomancer Chemist. Oh boy. Good luck with that. So yeah, congratulations Dark JDL. So you probably want to have elixirs for healing at this point. If you were not at high level, you could conceivably just do it with regular potions and a bit of patience. So the goal is to take out the launchers, and you don't want to have more than, let's say, 1, maybe 2 people put to sleep. And if someone else gets aged, you can try to kill them off rather quickly and then revive them afterwards and then heal up with regular potions. But as I said, you may have too high level already to do that reliably. Because it is percentage based damage and potions only heal a fixed amount of 50. So gather all the high potions, I guess, and elixirs and then heal with those. That's my best suggestion. Aside from trying to attack it with... well, lower level characters, but that's not an option for you anymore. Oh, you should definitely get some start ideal. Maybe you can participate next year? Maybe you can. You can also just start one this year, play on Aztec. You don't have to finish it. There's no penalty or anything that would be a repercussion for not finishing a run. Yes, but Thorfinn says it's actually correct. Random huge. Sorry, I didn't specify that. Also, if you don't already have a death sickle, you definitely want to get one. What you could consider is just grinding at this point until you have equip access, so you can equip the death sickles on your geomancers. So that would be an option too. And everybody would actually also have decent strength thanks to the the berserker strength getting transferred to the geomancers. You would do it in a single sit down. Well, I don't even do that. I know Magus does it and some other people too, but I like to split it in at least 2 parts. Because this is quite investment. Speaking of which, I probably should stop sometime soon and go to sleep, otherwise my sleep schedule is going to be out of whack again. Your Geomancer has them equipped. They miss way too often. The thing is, while they do miss pretty often, it's still your best shot, honestly. To take out the launches before they age someone. Like, it's random, sure, but they just deal way more damage than anything else you can have. Geomancers can have death sickles if you have equip access from the berserker on a Geomancer. So it's an ability from berserkers, basically. Ow. So, by the way, you can put this lady to sleep. And we win, basically. Because she is weak to fire initially. Boom. And she has just about 20,000 HP. Don't aim. So, we just do this. Yes. Nudity? I guess a bit. They did actually cover it up a fair bit in the subsequent versions. But yeah, it is very revealing to say the least. That works, Tarolin? I didn't realize that would work. That's kinda neat. $15 experience. Interesting. Nice. Well, that's something new to me as well, Harald. Nice. Party is complete again, indeed. Best is when you have blue magic and learn Exploder. Yeah, Exploder has 2 uses, actually, in this case, in the entire game. 2 useful uses, in fact, for if you want to go fast. Alrighty, I think I'm going to finish the rest of this tomorrow. So ladies and gentlemen, after this cutscene concludes, I'm going to land somewhere and just save. Which, that takes a while. But in the meantime, I'm going to try and see or find someone who is worth your while for hosting. So let's see. Oh, I know someone. There we go. Nice. Congratulations, random huges. I didn't realize you already had Berserk access. I figured you would have to grind quite a lot, but considering you are level 28 already, you did grind quite a lot already. That makes sense. That's why I'm annoyed. You can't dual cast blue magic. Why can't I explode twice? Oh my god. I love your comment. That's so good. Rest well, Dark Cherry Elk. Good night. And ladies and gentlemen, I'm about to go to bed as well. We will complete the rest of World 3 probably tomorrow. Although tomorrow is the next Link to the Past randomizer tournament race that I have against Gerdo. And I definitely want to do a bit of practice and the training seat beforehand. Just to stay fresh on that. I'm not sure how early or late I will stream. We'll see. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for watching, for listening, for lurking, for being around, for being awesome one way or another. I really appreciate that. I hope you all have a pleasant evening, morning, afternoon, whatever it might be for you. And well, hopefully until next time, take care everybody. Oh, before I forget about it, ladies and gentlemen, please